The latest ticket sales for AEW All In Texas have seemingly been revealed. Goldberg is set to return this coming Monday night on Raw on Netflix as we approach his WWE retirement match. Hikuleo reportedly is set to make his WWE televised debut tomorrow night on Friday Night SmackDown. Seth Rollins reportedly is set to receive a brand new entrance theme fit for his recent heel turn and alignment with Paul Heyman, Bron Breakker, and Big Bronson Reed. Brie Bella is set to join her sister back on television as we get closer to WWE Evolution. More details on when we can expect the 2025 WWE Draft. We've got an update when it comes to the AEW lawsuit involving Kevin Kelly and the Tate twins. The real reason for Komander being written out of last night's match on AEW's Summer Blockbuster has been revealed. We've got an update on the potential return of Ilja Dragunov from injury, and Damian Priest reveals an interesting perk he had written in to his recent WWE contract renewal. Hey guys, welcome back to Wrestling News 365. Hope everyone is doing very well. As always, there are plenty of news stories to get into in the world of professional wrestling. Before we begin, you can see right there we're currently at 22,361 subscribers. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. Join the ever-expanding WNU, that being the Wrestling News universe. In addition, you can become a member of the WN365 roster. You can scan the QR code when it appears on the sidebar. You get your badges, your emojis, and your exclusive members-only content. Let's begin with AEW All In Texas, the show AEW's biggest of the year. Their first ever stadium show in the United States is set for July, of course, coming in just about a month's time from Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. We've got a bit of an update when it comes to tickets being distributed for AEW's biggest pay-per-view of the year. According to WrestleTix, with a post on social media yesterday, we have an update when it comes to the current tickets distributed for AEW All In Texas. It has been reported that 17,485 tickets as of yesterday have been distributed for the show. This means that there are 3,498 tickets still currently available, with a current setup of 20,983. Now, in the last 7 days, as of yesterday, 1,406 tickets have been sold in the last week. Just the last 7 days alone. There was a report from Sean Rossap of Fightful Select earlier that suggested that AEW was touting the match announcement of Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada winner takes all for the brand new AEW Unified Championship as the main driver for over 1,400 tickets being sold in the last week. As I mentioned, there are 31 days to go until AEW's biggest show of the year. Of course, if we get any more details as to the tickets being distributed, we shall let you know in upcoming videos. What do you think the final attendance will be at Globe Life Field for AEW All In Texas? Let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section below. Now, Goldberg. It looks like Goldberg is set to have his WWE retirement match very, very soon because a big return is planned for the June 16th edition of WWE Monday Night Raw from the Reese Center in Green Bay, Wisconsin. According to Bodyslam.net, Goldberg is scheduled for next week's episode of WWE Raw. This would be Goldberg's first appearance since Bad Blood 2024 when he had a confrontation with Gunther, with the expectation being that the two talents will feud over the World Heavyweight Championship. Gunther regained the title from Jey Uso on June 9th, and Goldberg has since tweeted who's next to hint his return is near. Quote, Goldberg is reportedly planned to return next week on Monday Night Raw, guessing he will be coming for Gunther as expected months back, Bodyslam wrote on their Patreon. Goldberg, of course, is set to have his retirement match this year in Atlanta, Georgia. The expectation is the match will take place on the July 12th edition of Saturday Night's Main Event, which will emanate from Atlanta. Goldberg has been training for his final match for the past few months, but recently noted he's unable to run. The former WCW World Heavyweight Champion may adorn a different attire than black trunks for his final match as well. Now, speaking of big appearances on WWE television, Hikuleo reportedly is set for his WWE debut this Friday on SmackDown. WWE is set to welcome a towering new presence to Friday Night SmackDown, as former New Japan Pro Wrestling standout Hikuleo is expected to make his official debut for the Blue brand this week. According to a report from PW Insider, the 34-year-old powerhouse will be present at Friday's SmackDown taping in Lexington, Kentucky. Hikuleo signed with WWE approximately 1 year ago, as was originally reported by Cassidy Haynes of Bodyslam.net. However, he has yet to make an official appearance on WWE programming. The son of wrestling legend Hikuleo began his professional career in 2016 after being trained by the Dudley Boys. He quickly gained attention with his imposing 6'8" frame and athletic ability. His tenure in New Japan Pro Wrestling spanned nearly a decade, where he achieved notable success, including a reign as IWGP Tag Team Champion alongside El Phantasmo and a run with the New Japan Strong Openweight Championship. Hikuleo has also made appearances in AEW and TNA, further building his resume across the global wrestling landscape. His in-ring style blends power, agility, and an ever-evolving technical foundation, making him a potential breakout star for WWE. As anticipation builds, Friday SmackDown could mark the beginning of a new chapter for the rising star and the bloodline. Of course, we get any details on what the creative plans could be, we shall let you know. In a bit of an update on this, Corey Hayes of Bodyslam.net is reporting that Bodyslam.net has learned that Hikuleo has transportation scheduled for SmackDown tomorrow in Lexington, Kentucky, echoing what PW Insider also reported. Seth Rollins, he of course has a very famous entrance theme, but he could be set for a brand new one. Seth Rollins will no longer be burning it down, so to speak. Seth Rollins' entrance music was Burn It Down by John Kernan since February of 2021, but that's changed recently. In November of 2024, Rollins started using The Visionary by Def Rebel as his theme. Now it appears another new theme could be on the way. According to Corey Hayes of Bodyslam Patreon, WWE is working with a mainstream artist to create a new theme for Seth Rollins. The exact artist is unknown at this time. The group, which also features Bron Breakker, Bronson Reed, and Paul Heyman, is expected to receive their official faction name soon as well, according to Hayes. Seth Rollins is and has been a Paul Heyman guy since WrestleMania 41 and has aligned with both Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed. Rollins just recently won the men's Money in the Bank briefcase last weekend, which allows him to challenge or cash in on any championship he deems worthy of his time at any point over the next 12 months. A big return could be set on WWE television soon because Nikki Bella may not be alone at WWE Evolution. According to TMZ Sports, Brie Bella is in talks with WWE over a return to the company to be alongside Nikki Bella at WWE's All-Women Premium Live event on July 13th. It is unknown what role Brie would play at Evolution. Now, the recent angle between Nikki Bella and Liv Morgan during Nikki's return on the June 9th edition of Monday Night Raw would suggest Brie may team with Nikki as the Bella twins against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Brie could also accompany Nikki to the ring for a singles match against Liv Morgan too. Brie Bella has not appeared in WWE since the 2022 Women's Royal Rumble, which was her first match since 2018. Bella was a part of WWE from 2007 until 2023, which included one reign as Divas Champion. The WWE Hall of Famer has been largely away from pro wrestling in recent years, outside of being ringside with her two children when her husband, Bryan Danielson, won the AEW World Championship at All In last year at Wembley Stadium in 2024. Brie addressed the possibility of a WWE return earlier this year after Nikki made her in-ring return in the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble, saying she wasn't holding her breath on receiving a call from WWE. Now, many people have been wondering, are we getting a draft this year? We've got more details as to when WWE could be shaking things up when it comes to the rosters of Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. WWE has not yet had a draft in 2025, despite having a draft in 2024. We've seen talent in 2025 show up on both shows, sometimes all three, including WWE NXT. Now, in recent years, we've seen the draft happen post-WrestleMania, but it has not happened just yet. With current storylines still flowing, the draft may be a bit later this year, and news emerged of a timeline for the WWE Draft via Bodyslams.net's Patreon per Corey Hayes and Viper. They said, quote, "The last I heard about the WWE Draft was that they have been considering doing it post-SummerSlam, most likely as a tie-in to the season premiere episodes in September. With the recent call-ups, there hasn't been a real reason to now reshuffle the rosters as storylines are still ongoing. So whether this means post-SummerSlam PLE or post-Clash in Paris PLE is yet to be determined. But in time for season premiere episodes, I would confidently say yes." Now, let's go over to AEW here. And a big update here when it comes to the lawsuit involving AEW, former broadcaster for AEW Kevin Kelly, and former AEW/Ring of Honor tag team, the Tate Twins. Now, the latest on the legal dispute between the two sides, because there's a story from Brandon Thurston on the Post Wrestling website that the federal judge ordered Kevin Kelly, Brandon Tate, and Brent Tate to resolve their claims against All Elite Wrestling through arbitration. The dispute will be handled privately away from public court. The decision made by Judge Harvey E. Schleicher will uphold the arbitration clauses that were in the Kelly and Tate twins talent contracts. Brandon and Brent are former AEW talents, and Kelly was a commentator there. The order was issued Wednesday in the U.S. District Court for the Middle District of Florida. The court did deny AEW's motion to dismiss the lawsuit. Judge Schleicher ordered that the suit be administratively closed, which means the case is put on hold but not permanently dismissed. Kelly, Brandon, and Brent will be required to update the court of the status of arbitration every 90 days. Stephen P. New, attorney for Kelly and the Tate twins, was contacted for comment and sent Thurston the following, saying, quote, "We look forward to pursuing the plaintiff's claims in arbitration." AEW was contacted for a comment, but one was not immediately returned. The Tate twins and Kevin Kelly sued AEW, Tony Khan, and commentator Ian Riccaboni in August 2024. They alleged breach of contract, defamation, and additional claims after departing AEW. The Tates expressed that comments Khan made about them during a press conference harmed their reputation. Kelly alleged that Riccaboni famed him as a member of the far-right conspiracy theory movement QAnon after Kelly showed public support for a movie titled Sound of Freedom. According to NPR, the movie gained massive online backing from QAnon supporters. There's also a lawsuit that involves AEW with current TNA wrestler Ryan Nemeth that was also moved to private arbitration. Now let's go to the summer blockbuster show last night. An update on Komander. Komander was set to be in action on the 4-hour AEW summer blockbuster on Wednesday night, but the luchador was written off early in the show in a backstage angle where it was revealed that he had been attacked and unmasked by the Hurt Syndicate. According to Fightful's Sean Rossap, AEW carried out the angle as Komander is dealing with a legitimate injury. Dave Meltzer added on Wrestling Observer Radio that Komander suffered the injury after slipping on the ropes during a show in Mexico on Sunday, June 8th. Quote, "He was wrestling on Sunday and he was doing the rope walk deal and the Fosbury. He got all the way through the ropes, slipped when he was trying to do the Fosbury, and essentially Ultimo Guerrero saved his life, but he was hurt. I don't know the severity of it or anything, but the last word I heard is he's not expected to be back for the Arena Mexico show on the 20th, Meltzer said. Komander was scheduled to team with Kevin Knight and Speedball Mike Bailey against the Hurt Syndicate's MJF, Bobby Lashley, and Shelton Benjamin. Mascara Dorada replaced Komander at Summer Blockbuster, and it was the Hurt Syndicate who picked up the win, with MJF unmasking Dorada after the contest. Ilja Dragunov, we have an update on his return to WWE programming. Dragunov, of course, hasn't wrestled since September 2024 with an ACL injury putting him on the shelf. While reports indicated that he was spotted training at the WWE Performance Center in January, we've now had our first updates on the Russian star in a while. WrestleVerts noted in a recent Q&A session that Dragunov was at the Performance Center 6 weeks ago, noting, quote, "Last I heard of him was about 6 weeks ago now, and he was down at the PC. I don't know if he was doing anything inside the ring. I know he was there. Usually that indicates things are getting closer, so maybe soon, but I can't say for sure." Corey Hayes of PW Nexus has shared his own update, adding that Dragunov has been rehabbing multiple times a day in the hopes of returning as soon as possible. Hayes noted that no definitive timetable or return date was given. Now, there has been some speculation that Dragunov could be the mystery competitor advertised to be competing alongside Rusev, Sheamus, and Bronson Reed in their upcoming King of the Ring first-round four-way match. The end of June will mark 9 months away for Ilja Dragunov since his last match was against Gunther on September 28, 2024 at a WWE house show. And finally, Damian Priest reveals a perk added into his new WWE contract. Last February, it was reported that then undisputed WWE Tag Team Champion and Mr. Money in the Bank Damian Priest had re-signed with the company, with his extension reportedly coming just days before his original contract was set to expire. Following his re-signing, Priest revealed that his newly debuted theme song was part of his extension, with him being given full control over the song. As it turns out, that wasn't the only perk that Priest got added to his new deal when he re-signed. As he revealed to Cody Rhodes on What He Want to Talk About, that part of his new contract includes him sitting in first class on flights. He said, quote, "I was like, hey, I don't want to be in pain anymore. I don't want to wrestle and then be hunched over because I'm sorry, I'm a big guy and I don't fit." And they were like, "Yeah, that's not a problem. You should have had that already." I was like, well, I don't know the rules. I don't know how to politic. I don't know how to ask for stuff. That's just not me. But that was the first time they were like, yeah, you can sit at the front of the plane from now on. Of course, Priest went on to cash in his Money in the Bank contract to become the World Heavyweight Champion at WrestleMania 40 before losing the title to Gunther at SummerSlam in August of last year. But there you go, guys. Latest pro wrestling news for you. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll speak to you again very, very soon.
Hey guys, thank you for watching, listening, streaming, or however you come across this video today. Be sure to click on the video on the right there to watch our next video, or click the bottom there to subscribe, or the bottom right-hand corner. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you again very soon.